Oh, perfect. That looks so good. And then, do you know how windshield wipers go? Perfect. Back a little away from the stand, please. Those are kind of fragile. Good. And the idea is to keep a really loose wrist while you're doing this, really loose arm. Perfect. And then, I think we should make cookies. So let's stir the cookie dough. Good. And the idea here is to move the whole bow rather than just the bottom of the bow. Great. So these are just some of the motions. Watch that pinky. Perfect. These are just some of the motions we're going to use and some of the warm-up exercises you can use. Very simple to remember. And what is something everybody does every day? Well, hopefully we hope you brush your teeth every day. So when you have your toothbrush, you can simply practice the bow hold with your toothbrush and brush your teeth in the morning and brush your teeth at night. And that'll be a great way to really keep up your bow hold. So good. Now that we have the bow hold, we're going to put it down. So place your bow on the stand. You're doing a great job. Okay, and so let's see if you remember the string names.
G.
Perfect.
E.
Good.
A.
Perfect.
D.
Oh, well, we're ready to play. Okay, so I want you to grab your violin, put it up. Great job. Shoulder width apart. Very relaxed. Violin out. Good. Your jaw is, do you feel comfortable? Is there any tension anywhere?
No.
No, you feel comfortable?
No.
No, you don't. What's wrong?
It's just an awkward hold.
Okay, but you'll get used to it. You just got to practice this and really get your body used to the shape of the violin. It's harder if you're an older student and you haven't grown up playing the violin, because what happens to younger students is they kind of almost like their bone structure morphs into the shape of a violin. But if you keep it up, you still got plenty of growing in you. We don't have to worry about it. So it'll be fine. Never play if it starts hurting you. A little uncomfortableness, like that's natural and typical, but you don't want it to hurt. If it hurts, then you're doing something wrong and you need to stop, and then we'll talk about it next lesson, okay? Okay, great job. So now, with that in mind, we're going to, violin, we want to be parallel to the floor, okay? So you are lifting it too high, okay? And the great thing to do is to play in front of a mirror, because then you can, do you have a mirror at your house?
Yes.
Okay, well, the great thing to do would be to stand in front of the mirror and make sure that the violin is just at a parallel line with the floor. Always parallel. We don't want the violin too high. We don't want the violin too low, because when you sag, we're not Charlie Daniels here, okay? We're a classically trained violinist. Okay, and so next thing, while that is holding there, we're going to take our bow and we're going to try to make that same beautiful bow hold that you had. Oh, perfect. Oh, you're improving so much. Look. See, second time you picked up the bow, you're already doing a great job. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to carefully help you draw the bow across the string. And I want you to tell me if anything feels unnatural or unusual. I want you to have very light weight on your arm, not heavy, not a lot of tension. It's not a scrubbing board, it's a violin, okay? So I'm just going to grab your hand and we're going to play a long A. Don't move the violin. I want you to stay in one place. We're moving this arm, not this arm, to change the note, okay? Good job. That is what we call a down bow, because it is going down to the ground. Okay, perfect. Great sound. That is called an up bow, because it's going up to the sky. When we're moving, here, can I see the violin for a second? I'm sorry. It'll be good practice to put it back up. I'm going to borrow your bow. When we're moving on our violin, we want to move this elbow and arm out. You see how I'm going out? And out. Your bow actually needs something that we call rosin on it. So give me a second. I'm going to just show with this bow for a second, and then I'll explain the rosin. So out and out. We're not moving our arm back and forth. It is a straight up and down motion. Perfect. That is great. So I'm going to let you have my bow for a second, and I just want you to try on your own just a down bow, a long down bow. Relax on the A string. Remember, parallel to the ground, you're going a little bit high. Bring your head. No. Relax. Put your head up completely. Straight up. Good. Now bring it down. Good. Perfect. You're doing a great job. I'm really proud of you. Okay. Good. Good bow hold. Perfect. Look at that. Okay. Now, straight bow. I just try it. It's going to sound good. Okay, do you hear that you're catching the E string also?
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to adjust our elbow height. So if you're playing, hold on, isn't that a little high? If you're playing a G string, you're going to have a higher elbow. If you're playing an E string, you're going to have a lower elbow. So actually, let's start on the G string. Let's do a really long bow on our G string. Oh, listen to that sound. And go up bow. Perfect. You're doing a great job. Try not to look so tense. Okay, I'm going to help you a little bit. Okay, ready? And out. 2, 3, 4. And up. 2, 3, 4. Great job. Okay, let's try on the E string. Good. Notice how you shifted your elbow. That's perfect. Ooh, okay. You hear that awful scrubbing sound? What you're doing is you're doing too much weight in your bow. That's probably caused by... Look at that. Great. And up. Good job. You're doing a great job. One more. And one more up. Perfect. Now let's try an A string, please. A string. Perfect. Okay. Good. Remember, only try to hit the A string. You're doing a great job concentrating. D string. Down bow. Perfect. And now up bow. Oh, good job. Try to use all that bow. Oh, perfect. Great job. Okay. Now, I'm sure you're probably feeling a little tight, tense, whatever. So we're going to do that rosin the bow real quick.